Hello, beautiful souls. I'm Terry Lee, pure visionary, psychic medium, and welcome to another edition, session 4 of the guides. This is an interactive class, and we're going to be discussing all about guides, information that will help you understand, learn, and know, and get close to your guides. I'm really happy to have you with me today, and I will be taking comments and questions, and they are welcome. So please feel free to put them in the live chat and put them in caps and emojis so that I can see them. I'm hoping that if you're joining me today, you've seen the other sessions that have come before. And if you haven't, go to Pure Visionary Psychic Medium and look up the playlist of the guides, and you'll see the previous shows that have aired, and it'll give you a little background. But that doesn't mean you can't jump in today, because we're going to kind of have a little information available that we had in the previous shows, and then we're going to go forward, and we're going to have a big show today. So I hope you're all ready, because it's going to be very interesting. And I want to welcome Priscilla. Priscilla Miko, thank you for coming. And yes, okay, I will star your question. And thank you. You spoke up just in time, because I also wanted to explain that later on in the show, and perhaps intermediately during the class, we'll have a moment where I'll have questions start on a different board, and I'll go over to those questions and pull up a question and ask. I may just ask your question if I see it live, if it pertains to what we're discussing. Okay. And yes, hi, Laura. Nice to see you. All right. Much love and gratitude to you as well. I'm so happy to be here, and I'm so full of information, I don't even know where to start. I do want to back up just a minute to the last show that we had, session 3. And I said that I would review some of the questions that came up and give further information in this class. So I'm going to start with this because someone asked, are guides mentioned in any religions? And I said yes. And if you watch the previous show, you'll see my answer. But I also did some research online to kind of dial in on it. And I thought it was very valuable. And I'm really glad I did it myself. So yes, the concept of a spiritual guide takes different forms across specific religious traditions. Now, the Bible does not refer to spirit guides, but Christians recognize the Holy Spirit as the divine guide sent to believers into truth. There's that. And then Islam, the Quran states that guidance ultimately comes from Allah. However, there is a concept called, I hope I'm pronouncing this right, it's Qarin, Qarin, which is accompanying entity assigned to every human, often linked to an angel or a jinn. And I hope that you've heard of jinns. I have. I think that's pretty interesting. Okay, and that is someone who influences a person's thoughts and actions. All right, moving on to Hinduism and Buddhism. In these traditions, having a spiritual guide often can be a human teacher, a guru, or a lama. And moving on to paganism and shamanism. Many indigenous pagan and shamanistic traditions actively embrace spirit guides, including, and you know I love these, animal totems, ancestors, and nature spirits to help navigate the spiritual and physical realms. So I hope that that kind of updated us a little bit on that information we discussed in the last class. And thank you so much for that question, because I found it quite interesting. And as everything that we're working with right now, to me, is just fascinating. There's so much that we're being given to understand right now at this period of time on planet Earth, which we so need, right? Everybody out there? Yeah. All right. Okay. Okay. And yes, I'm seeing some people come in. Hi, Leah. Okay. Leah, I'm not doing any personal questions about, jobs or family or souls on the other side today. This is all regarding guides. So if you do have a question about your guides or you want a reading from your guides, go ahead and put that in the live chat and we'll work on that for you. I will be on Wednesday, and at the end of the show, I'll have information on Wednesday's show, which is me flying solo, answering questions from the live chat. And that's wide open, girls. So you can bring your question on Wednesday if you'd like. Okay, that's great. I'm going to take a little sip of tea. Everything is blooming and busting, and life, oh my goodness, it's just so amazing. Trees are just all pollinating, and I've got a little tiny bit of allergies going on. So I'll occasionally be taking a sip from this. Okay. Got some serious stuff to talk about with you right now. And I hope that those who are here today and those who will watch later will really take this to heart. I had some downloads, and they often come sometimes from me, and everybody has their own method. But when I wake up first thing in the morning, I try to keep my eyes closed and lay really still because my dogs are very sensitive, and I don't know how they know that I'm awake. But sometimes they will come over even before I've opened my eyes to the side of the bed and greet the day with me. So I was being very, very still about this. I had questions. A couple of nights ago, I saw something that was kind of disturbing to me. And so I was really kind of going through it in my mind and in my heart. And the guides just came to me. And they came to me in the most loving manner. And they came to me to talk about, it's so important. And I take this to heart, trust me, that when we're sharing information with each other about spiritual things, it's not to be trendy. It's not to be talking about the cool thing of this and that. Even though, trust me, there are many wonderful things to be excited about. I'm not putting anything down. But it's so important to cherish your authenticity and your true soul self, right? So we must be really careful. We must be really careful in sharing with each other. And I want you to know I take it as a very deep personal responsibility to share with you what I've been given and do it in the truest form necessary. And so what I want to talk to you today is about, we're going to have instruction on the clairs. Okay. Now, the clairs are something that's normally taught in most psychic medium classes. Okay. And it's not necessary to know the clairs or be an expert at the clairs or have a clair or to be able to communicate with your guides. Please don't misunderstand me on what I'm about to present. Okay. What I'm trying to do for you is to talk to you about when you expand your spiritual life, when you meditate, when you tune into the energy of nature, the energy of life, the energy of your fellow souls on this planet, you start to have an expanded sense of what's real. I mean, so many people say, well, that's not reality. That is reality, the reality of what is really happening right now. So I'm going to go through the clairs today with you, and it's going to be, I'm sure, a very vibrant conversation about it. But I want you to know that as you're communicating with your guides, always check, always validate, always have that intention in your heart to receive the truth. And always ask this question: is this information for my greater good or for the greater good of someone in my life or someone I have influence over? Try to shut down the noise. And this is why I bring this to you today. There's so much noise right now. We're coming from everywhere. I highly encourage you to shut down the noise. Set your phone aside. Pour a cup of tea. Go sit in your backyard. Go out in the forest. Go camping. Get away from the noise so that you can hear what's going on in your own spirit, in your own heart. You know, how I read or how I view things or what my spirituality is like is completely unique and different to yours. And that's the way it's supposed to be. That's the way it's supposed to be. But we can share and we can help each other and we can grow together and we can expand together. That's what it's all about, really. But it's not about being just like someone or having the same view as someone or having someone that you have to hear what they have to say all the time, right? You want to learn and explore yourself. So this is the message I'm trying to get through today. And I'm feeling it's a very, very powerful message for you to know. Validate everything, even if you get it from your guides. And I'm going to talk to you about different ways you can get messages from your guides today. Even if I get a message, and believe me, this message I got a couple days ago, I said, are you sure? Is this really what you want me to talk about? And am I supposed to talk about it on this show? And I got a couple of validations. It wasn't voices in my ear. It was just different things that, and it was also that gut instinct, that gut feeling. And we're going to talk about that too. That gut instinct, that knowledge that you can feel in your soul that, yes, this is the right thing to do. And also, after I got that, I felt an immense amount of joy, like, okay, great, I will share. So I hope that resonates with you and with everything today. If it doesn't resonate with you, set it aside, set it aside, maybe visit it later. It's okay. We're all here to share and grow together. And I am going to go back because I'm missing a whole bunch of comments. Let's just go through these really quickly. Okay, so let's see. So Leah reformatted her question, and I've got that. Okay, and also let's see. Hi, Laura. And what does Laura have to say? Oh, okay. Okay. Oh, okay. Beautiful question there. I see that. That's beautiful. Okay. Oh, wonderful. Okay. And Dehydrated Water Sale. Hi, nice to have you with us again today. And I've got your question started. Okay, let's get started, shall we? I will have a moment later, I'm sure, some time to either bring up one or two, or at the end of the show, read quite a few of your questions. So no worries about that. All right, let's get started. As I said, I'm going to talk to you today about the clairs. Now, I want to reassure you that this is not something you have to learn, memorize. No, you have to have this skill. You have to have this knowledge to be able to hear from your guides. Your guides intimately know you. They're not angels. They're not to be worshiped. They're not gods. Your guides are just what they say they are, guides. They're here to assist you. They know you intimately. They're here to love you and guide you in the lifetime that you all decided upon before you came to this planet, okay? You decided to come to this planet as a school. That's what it is. And you decided you wanted to learn certain things. They may be based on something that you didn't learn in a past lifetime, or you may be advancing to learn some new levels of things in this lifetime. So that's where we're at right now today. And the clairs are going to help you maybe recognize some things that you may already have. You may already go, oh yeah, I know that. It's to kind of define them so that you can refine them and understand them. So here we go. We're going to start with the clairs. And here we go. We're going to start with clairvoyance. This is clear seeing. Oh, and please comment. As I'm doing this presentation, I'm still taking notes of your comments over on the side. And if you have a question about what they're talking about, then you can go ahead and ask that, and I might bring that into the presentation. Okay, enough business. Let's get on with it. Clairvoyance is the ability to see things in one's mind's eye. Sometimes it also includes the ability to see events before they happen. This ability of seeing can be in the form of whole images or symbols. I can speak for myself that sometimes it's not something that is extremely clear to your eye, but it may come in like when the guides give me visuals as I read someone's energy. It will come in through my third eye, and it's kind of ethereal at times. So if you see something like that, that can be clairvoyance. If anybody else has an example of that in their life, go ahead and share it. It's pretty well known, and it's something that if you get a little tiny visual, you can ask your guides and say, I really would like to develop this further, and then they will help you. Okay. Now we're going to move on to clairaudience. This is clear hearing. Clairaudience is the capability of receiving heard messages from the world of guides, souls, or other higher beings. Clairaudient hearing transcends the everyday physical world sense of hearing. It is a different awareness. The message may be particular words, names or phrases, sounds, or music. The sound may feel as if it is being spoken, as if into the ear, inside their head, or echoing from another dimension. Clairaudient dreams are also a phenomenon where during sleep, a person may hear the voice of a spirit or a loved one who's passed away. How do y'all feel about that? Clairaudience was the first clair that I actually recognized when I was studying to become a psychic medium. And I actually recognized it happening in my past life, or not a further life, but in the past of this life. As I spoke to people, sometimes I would be trying to help them and things would come out of my mouth. And later I would go, I didn't say that. That thought didn't come into my head. And those are interesting things that can happen. Now, if you keep a journal, you can note down these things and then look back over them later. And that's a great way to learn as well. And I did journal quite a bit, messages that I felt were from the guide. And later on, that turned into channeling. So it's a journey, and it's a wonderful journey that you can take and discover with your own unique abilities. So many times, if you watch like the Psychic Triad, where three of us psychic mediums are reading together, we come up with different sides of things to bring through the same message. Often music comes up, quite often, and I'm always delighted when I get a song. I think that's really special. So, there's different things that can come in that you're well aware of, that are very, you're certain. And you don't have to question it right off the bat. I mean, you can go, wonder what that song meant. And you can table it for a little while and then come back to it. Ask your guides to show you the way. And maybe another sound or another message from the guides will come through to validate that. And as we said before, use your intention, use your knowing, and validate. The guides certainly understand this, and it's very, very important. All right, y'all with me so far? We're going to move on. Please excuse me. We're going to go on to clairsentience. Clairsentience is when you receive strong sensations in your physical body. It is often called a gut feeling when it's felt in one's core. I think very, very many people can relate to this. And sometimes a gut feeling can come in a little way, and you question it and you push it aside. That's your free will. You have that right. But other times when a gut feeling comes in and it's really strong, boom, you act on it. And then later on, you can look back and go, that was some guidance that came through for me. Oftentimes, it can preserve your lifetime on this planet Earth. And I've often had that happen in my life as well, where I didn't go be with a girlfriend, and I would have been riding in the passenger seat home late at night with her, and she happened to go off into a deep ditch, and I would have been on that side of the car. So that was something I looked back on in my life and went, oh, okay. That was clear feeling. Okay. Sensations can also occur in the chest. These can be signals to act. For instance, to stay away from or avoid a place or a person. Clear feeling can also be knowing something to be true. Sensations may also be feelings in the body of another's illness or injury. And we'll go to that later on when we talk about clear empathy. All right. So any questions about any of these clairs so far while I take a sip of tea? Excuse me. Okay. Well, no questions so far, huh? Okay. You'll notice these things as you become aware of them. You may notice them coming up in your life. You don't have to have these feelings to hear messages from your guides, but I highly encourage you. Get messages from your guides personally yourself. I know there's a lot of readers and card readers and oracle card readers available on YouTube, but I encourage you, dive in and get your own personal messages from the guides. It's a powerful thing, and it's something you'll be very happy that you did. Okay. How are we doing out there, everybody? No questions so far. Wow. Okay, you're going to make this really easy on me then, I guess. We're going to go to the next level and go to the next clair. All right, so we're going to claircognizance, clear knowing. Now, this is another one that I'm pretty sure you've had an experience of in your life. Claircognizance is a strong, intuitive sense known and felt by many people. Intuition and that gut feeling are greatly heightened. Claircognitives often have abilities to just know things. Have you known someone like that who was so solid? No, I just know it. And they turned out to be right. Answers seem to just pop into their mind with no idea where they come from, but they know the answers are correct. People who have natural claircognitive abilities often receive flashes of insights and inspiration. Many works of art, music, writing, so many things have come from a soul's claircognizance. Inspiration, the ability to receive inspiration and then go with it. And you heard many talented souls on the planet say, I don't know where it came from. It just came through me. That is a clair knowing. That is receiving insights and inspiration. Pretty exciting stuff, huh? Okay. No questions on that one either. Has anyone out there had an experience of clear knowing? Did you just know something? Just something that you were so sure of? You didn't really have proof, but you could feel it. You could feel it in your chest, in your heart, or in your gut. These are things that are very important to listen to if they occur in your life. Aha. Aha. Laura says, yes. All right. And Priscilla says, me. If either of you would care to give an example, that would be great. It is a wonderful thing to kind of hear this and then look back and go, oh, yeah, that's what that was. You know? And Leah mentions we create as we go. So true. So very true. Leah says, Terry, I know that we create as we go. Absolutely. Inspiration, guidance. You'll hear a lot of the psychic mediums and readers and healers will talk about a certain point in time in their life where they felt the nudge. We call it the nudge. And it's just like it's a little push. It's a little push from your guides, from your soul, that this is something you need to do. This is something you need to know, or this is something you need to pay attention to, right? All right. Okay. And Leah says, forgiveness is the key for unity consciousness. That's very true. Thank you for that. Okay, we're going to go on to some really fun ones now. Clairsalience. Clairsalience is when you smell specific scents or fragrances that don't have any kind of physical source nearby. Food or certain odors from past events may be smelled in the present moment. Commonly, one will smell a perfume or tobacco smoke of a deceased relative or friend. This is taken as a sign of their presence in spirit. In spirit. I have had this happen. I'm sure you've heard of other psychic mediums and readers mentioning this. I'm sure it may have possibly happened to you and you just didn't recognize what it was. Or maybe you just went, oh, that's, I don't see anybody smoking here. So I must have imagined that. You know, my father was a smoker, and there has been times when I could smell cigarette smoke and I'd be like, okay, Dad, I know that's you. And then I just talk to him. You know, they're right here. They're right here. They're in a dimension that is much higher than ours, but they're right here. We just can't see it or feel it because we're in the density of planet Earth. All right, so I have a comment here. Yes, Laura, I found my dad's wedding ring crushed in a gutter a mile away from his house. He left it on the back of his truck bumper. I asked an angelic partner for help. That's a beautiful example. And how beautiful that you were not only willing, but that you were able. Very good. That's a very good comment, Laura. Thank you for that. These are the things, when you recognize them, can become so useful in your life. And as I said, you know, you don't have to learn to be, you know, the most perfect at meditation. You don't have to be known to be the most spiritual person. You don't have to reach any of those levels. These are all gifts that are available to you. And you certainly don't have to be an expert at all the clairs to use them in your life or to use them to get messages from your guides. What I'm talking about today can help you recognize more things that are happening in your life that you didn't realize were messages coming to you. Okay, so let's go down and we're going to go to the next one. And I see that we have, and Leah mentions roses. Often people will smell flowers, anything. I have smelt my mother's perfume. She always wore the same kind of perfume. I mean, these kind of things open the door for you to say, oh, you're near me right now, and to go ahead and communicate with them. The more you open up your knowledge of yourself as a soul on this planet, instead of just little old me, right? You realize that you're an eternal being on this planet and everything starts to change. All right, here's another interesting one. Let's get into this. I hope I'm pronouncing it right. Claire Gustance, or Gustance. I've heard it pronounced both ways, actually. This clair is the ability to taste something that isn't actually there. This experience often comes unexpectedly when a soul is attempting to communicate a memory that reminds us of them. I don't know if any of you have had that experience. It's come to me from my memories from my mom. Now, some of these things are memories that you have as your memories, but it's usually the ones that come out of the blue that you know are a message, that you know someone on the other side is trying to say hello, right? Or that you know a guide is showing you a certain direction in a certain way. So these are all things that can work together to help you get more information and more help on the other side. Okay, and now we're going to go to clairtangency. And this is Claire clear. It's a Claire that's clear touching. Clairtangency happens when you can know something about an object by simply touching it. Your hands sense, interpret energy. Many energy healers sense energy with their hands. Oh, sorry, typo. To determine a client's energy blocks or injuries. That's just an example. Um, let's see. I have done readings where you hold an object that belonged to a certain soul and you read from there. That's an example of using the skill of clairtangency. You may be, you may pick up an item that has belonged to a loved one that's on the other side. You may just sit down in a chair on the edge of the bed and just take a deep breath and say, oh, I want to feel you. I want to communicate with you. And you may get a message. As I said, you don't have to be a studied, practiced psychic mediums to have these things enrich and beautify your life on planet Earth right now. And with all that's going on, if we disconnect from all the things that are trying to frighten us and get our attention and connect to these things, you're going to have that love, that faith, that power, that energy in your body and soul to help you get through these days. Okay, so now I'll open it up for questions, and let me go back to see what I've got. See if I've got a question that is relative to what we're talking about right now. Priscilla, I see yours. Okay, and Leah, I see yours. Okay, and health issues with Laura and Atlantis. All right, let's take a moment. We're going to go to Priscilla for just a moment. Okay, now you want a message from your guides. Let's see what Priscilla's guides have to bring through right now. I'm looking for my labradorite heart. Here it is. Also, I guess I didn't mention that in this presentation. If you'll just give me a moment, Priscilla, I'll talk about using crystals. Crystals are very handy to help you tune in. This is a labradorite crystal. I actually, through clairaudience, heard my guides say, I was in meditation and they're like, you need to go get labradorite. Go to the rock store and get the labradorite. And I have a whole story about it. I won't tell now, but I did. And this has been my comfort and my way to let my soul know when I'm ready to do a reading or reading in a show that it's time to do business. It's time to tune in. Okay. So I'm tuning in right now. Since we already talked about clair touching, I'm going to go ahead and take that down now. And we'll go full screen. Okay. And if you do have questions out there, continue to put them in, please. I'll be watching, and I know Priscilla's here because she just commented. I'll be watching the live chat. There we go. Oh, and Leah loves labradorite. It's a very special stone. It's really special to me. Okay. We're going to go to Priscilla. Now, Priscilla, the first thing I do before I bring in a message from your guides is I tune into your energy. This is their way of kind of bringing me in. And they'll give me colors sometimes, and sometimes they'll give me visuals. So if you'll give me a moment, I'll just breathe for a minute and see what they have to give me. Okay. All right. Priscilla, the first thing that came in was beautiful pink, which is their sign for sending you tender love. This usually indicates that you're at a moment in your life when you really know how loved. You need to know how loved you truly are. You are truly loved by your guides. The word that I heard that came into my head and the visual was tunnel vision. This is not a critique. This is an encouragement for you. They want you to open up your field of vision. Okay, I'm going to bring your guides through now. Knowing is certainly a gift. Clinging to beliefs of the past or clinging to a certain way of thinking often prevents you from going further. Priscilla, you are there. You are in the point of your life where you can expand your vision of who you really are and how beautiful your life is and how beautiful your life can be. We are always here with you, moment by moment, step by step. We walk beside you. We enjoy your humor. We enjoy your creativity. And we encourage you to expand that more. They're showing me green. This is the opportunity. This point in your life is the opportunity for spiritual growth. Spiritual growth, expanding your horizons, exploring new ideas, and exploring new paths. You are able and you are capable right now, at this moment, and we are with you, and so it is. Okay. There is your message from the guides. And I'm looking in the live. If you didn't resonate with that, feel free to say so. It's okay. Let me know if you did resonate with that or if that touched your heart, because I always want to know if you're receiving and you're resonating with what the guides are giving you at this time. Cool. Okay. And I'm looking out in the live chat now, and I'm looking at some other questions that are coming up. Hi, Spin Coast. Yes, you can get a message as well. And okay, Danielle Shaman, beautiful. I have your question as well. And thank you for wishing us all a happy Monday. Actually, today's my anniversary. 36 years my husband and I have had. So it's a very special day for me. I hope you're all enjoying the day as well. All right. Okay. I'm going to take a little sip of tea here. And then we're going to go on. We've got some more clairs to talk about. Thank you, Spin Coast. I am truly blessed. All right. Let's go to, let's see. We did this one. Did we do this one? Yes, we did. Okay. So we are moving on to our final clair that we're talking about today. I hope you're all enjoying these descriptions of the clairs. If you are, please let me know. It's important that, I'm presenting to you in the class what you feel like you need to know to go forward. Take this information and go forward and do these things yourself. Find out yourself. There are so many ways to get it from other people, on YouTube or getting readings and things like that. It's fantastic. But we're here to grow ourselves. We are here to grow so that we can have clairsentience, clairaudience, all the clairs and more exciting adventures with your guides and with your soul and your life. Okay, so here we go. We're on the final one, and this to me is probably one of the biggest and one that you perhaps can all relate to. This is clair empathy. It's clear emotion. Now, clair empathy is perhaps the most common of the intuitive senses. It is important, though, to distinguish the difference between feeling empathy versus being an empath. Experiencing empathy means that you understand what others are going through. Most of you here, and I'm sure all of you here, can relate to that. An experience of clair empathy actually feels what another person or thing is feeling. It is not unusual for one experiencing clair empathy to share the experience of animals and even plants. Now, I'd love to know how many of you out there have experienced this. Um, I didn't realize what it was, but I've pretty much had it my whole life. I've had definitely great and deep feelings for animals. Yes, even plants. I am a tree hugger and proud of it. Um, I name my plants, I name my trees. I love animals. My husband will confirm that I cannot watch any movie or show. If an animal's in the movie, I'm like, if that animal is in this movie and it gets hurt, I'm not watching it. That's a way back from old Yeller days, I think. But yeah, just this empathy. And it's interesting that when someone tells me about something that's hurting them, sometimes I'll get this really funny feeling. I don't know how to describe it. It's kind of in my gut, in my center part of my body, where I will sometimes get tingles or a sharp pain or a sense of anxiety. I do have that. I've always said I could never be a nurse because I would be too empathetic for what they were going through and feel that. Um, I am able, though, to help my own children. I found out that when they were hurt, I was able to power through that and take care of them. But it was something that I just always known and felt about myself. And now it makes sense. So I'm sure a lot of you might have the same thing. What do you have? Let's see. Okay. Yeah, it's really an interesting thing. So it's really an interesting thing to have an experience of really feeling. Empathy is a critical thing to develop and hone your skill at empathy. It's being able to realize that we are all souls. My empathy took a step up in the last couple of years, realizing that we are all souls on this planet. We are all souls. So we have to recognize that, even though a soul has chosen to do things that we don't approve of or that we know are something that is against love, we can still love them and we can still pray for them to begin and send energy to them to begin to have better choices in their life. It's as simple as that. Don't judge. We're all souls here and we're all given freedom of choice. So judging doesn't help. You know that old saying, when you judge someone and you point a finger at them, you're pointing it back at you? I heard a very respected psychic medium the other day talk about that. And this psychic medium has actually been on the other side and returned. And they said that's absolutely true. It's all energy. So when you live in that state of mind, when you live in that state of mind where you're like, oh, and you're always judging people and thinking ill of them, and it sends a bad energy to them, and it sends that bad energy back to you. And it can cause illness, it can cause depression. Be aware of this. And if you do, forgive yourself. Okay, I know a better path. I'm going to take this path. I'm going to not do that anymore. And it's such a freeing thing to let go of it anyway. As I said, we're all souls here. And thank you, Leah. Leah says mirrors. There you go. That's true. You know, it's so important to realize why you're here. And especially at this point in time on planet Earth, when we are here because we're needed to help raise this beautiful positive energy and love one another. Love is a very powerful energy, and it can uplift and change things that are actually happening on the planet at this life. I guarantee you it'll change your life. It'll change the lives of those around you, because they, even though they say, oh yeah, she's got some wacky ideas, yada, yada, it still changes their energy. It still lifts them up, and it gives them the opportunity to see the value of love, true love, not pretend love, true love, a true happy joy in your life, because you know who you really are. You're an eternal soul. experiencing life on this planet to grow and learn. Okay. Oh, that's really great. I'm getting some great comments out here. Um, oh, here's something from Dehydrated Water Sale. Thank you. I once unexpectedly participated in a healing at a workshop, and the person had such intense emotions. Tears were rolling down my face. Is there a way to handle that better? Well, I guess my question to you would be, why is that a bad thing? Is that was it an uncomfortable thing for you? I mean, when you're asking to handle it better, it sounds to me like you were having an experience of clear empathy. You were really involved in what was going on. And as a soul, you could feel and experience what the other soul was going through. Did it feel like something that you had to handle better, or that maybe you just kind of didn't understand? Let me know, Dehydrated Water Sale. Because, yeah, that is, if you've never had an experience like that, it can kind of be unnerving and you don't really understand it, right? And oh, here's a beautiful comment to that. Leah says, tears are sacred, like one up and let it pass. I have in the past, oh my goodness, everyone, I'll share with you. In the past few years, become very emotional. I cry, and sometimes I just go, oh, I'm so emotional about things. Oh my goodness. And then I say thank you, because I think it's part of growing. I think it's part of learning. I really do. I have become so emotional about things. I can't watch movies that have violence in them anymore. I used to love scary movies when I was young. I can't watch that anymore. I don't feel that. I don't get any nurturing from that at all. You know, I can watch certain shows that are, not real life, and they're adventures and exciting. We just saw The Mandalorian and Grogu last night. Oh, I'm a big Star Wars fan. Okay, so I can watch stuff like that, but that's not actually based on human beings going through things. Those are the ones that really get me, and especially violence. It's something I can't tolerate anymore. And I realized, wow, you're changing, Terry. You've changed. You've changed a lot, and I really have. I've also noticed that I'm starting to get this peace inside of me. Like, I'm losing that need to have things happen the way I think they should happen all the time, or being upset when things don't turn out the way I wish they would have, or that kind of thing. Just learning to have a real peace. Oh, and also a peace with unexpected weird things happening, like my internet going out right when I was going to do a show. What was that all about? I don't know. I talked to my guides. They said, just let it go. I'm like, okay, I'm going to let it go. I don't have to know why. Maybe there wasn't a lesson in it. Maybe the lesson was peace. So that's the way they work with you. They're very, very good at what they do. I think that it also has made me tune in a lot less to what's going on, because now the noise from around, TV and the internet and, bloggers and people putting stuff, sending me stuff all the time, I can just let that go. I don't have to notice everything. I loved a beautiful message that a gentleman I follow, Moji, I check in on him every once in a while, and he did talk about the difference between awareness and awareness of. It's beautiful. It gives me chills to say it. You can be aware that something is going on, aware that something's happening. Being aware of it makes me feel like I got to do something about it. Be upset, make a comment, type it in, send it to the internet, awareness of. Awareness, and it's not like putting your head in the sand. Contraire, it's like just backing up and seeing this is all part of what is happening now. It's predetermined. We are all interacting in different ways. And the more of us, the more people that realize we're here to raise the energy. We're here to do that. That's our focus. That's our job. Our awareness is there. We're aware of it. But awareness of it to do something about it, to manage it, to comment about it, to spread the word about it. Not necessary. Not necessary at all. Hi, Bora Bora. Haven't seen you in a while. Good to see you, dear. Okay. Whew, got that off my chest. I would like to ask now, having gone through the clairs, if anyone has some comments about what they're going through right now. You know, are you feeling any of these sensations of maybe things are changing in your life? Maybe you're feeling things differently. Maybe you're learning and taking things into your life that are changing you, and it's for the better. Okay. Oh, dehydrated water cell. I love your sense of humor. Oh, that's Bora Bora. Sorry. Dehydrated water cell says, do we have to experience it all at once? It kind of seems like it, doesn't it? But honestly, if you look back in your life, look back, dehydrated water cell, at all of these clairs and see how many of them were active in your life. Messages from your guides that were coming to you, guidance, protection, love that came to you through your whole life that got to you where you are today. I know. I love to say this about what we're going through right now. It's everything, everywhere, all at once, which was a great movie, by the way. But that is the way everybody feels, I think. It is everything, everywhere, all at once. And we're experiencing it. How are we going to deal with it? Love, light, listening to our guides, tuning in to the higher powers that give us the energy that we were here to. That's our purpose. It's why we're here. I love it. Okay. All right. Okay. Ooh, there's one. Okay. I'm going to go to questions. Here we go. Okay. Back to the star questions. All right. So it's been a while, so I'm going to select a question. If you are not here, I'll keep your question on the board. If you come back in, hopefully I'll notice it or someone in the chat will notice it. If you are here, I'll ask if you're here. Please just say hi. Yes, read my question. Okay. So we read Priscilla's, and I hope that you like that reading, Priscilla. And we're going to go to Leah. All right, Leah. Here we go. I love your icon. That's really cool. These are going to be little mini readings. I hope that you all appreciate that because we've almost been going an hour. I could go on for a long time, but I'm going to try to keep it maybe a little past the hour, but as quickly as I can to keep it within the hour. Okay, so Leah, I'm going to tune into your energy. Ask the guides to give me symbols and colors, signs of Leah. Where is Leah at right now? And what would you like to tell her? Okay, the first thing they're giving me is pat yourself on the back. I heard that clearly. Let's pat yourself on the back. Hug yourself. Hug yourself. Give yourself a big hug. You've broken through some boundaries. You've broken through. Okay, so they're showing me like a kind of a mist, right? It's not a physical barrier. It's just kind of a ethereal kind of mist. And you're breaking through it. You're just breaking through it. You know how sometimes a football game, the cheerleaders will break through the banner? That's what it looks like. You're broken through something really big in your life right now. And your guides are wanting you to pat yourself on the back, give yourself a big hug. Let me see if I can. Okay. It's been a long journey. It's been a long journey. And we recognize that through this journey, you've felt our love and our guidance with you. You feel us as a presence that surrounds you. And know that our presence is here and will be become more valuable, more powerful in the days to come. Waves of emotions will come upon you. You will have feelings. You will see visions. You will feel much of what is surrounding you in these times. But you are where you need to be to stand up, to take the place that you have come to be, to help others, to share your insights, to share your knowledge, to share your love, and yes, to share your guidance yourself. We love you, and we have been with you always. So it is. Ooh. Wow. Going out in the life. How did you feel about that? Oh, it's beautiful. Okay. All right. That was amazing. She said, I'm getting better. Thank you, guides. Oh, how beautiful. That is lovely. Okay. Yeah. You're definitely growing. Happy tears. Oh, that's beautiful. I'm so glad. That's wonderful. I got chills on it too. Oh, I don't think I ever mentioned that too when we were talking about the clairs, sensations that you'll feel in your body, chills. And you'll start to recognize them as real chills. We're not talking about a draft that comes through the door. It's a chill that goes through your whole body. And oftentimes your guides will give you that when you're right on, when you've got something, when you're connecting. And you can get it from other people too. All right. Oh, thank you. You are beautiful, Leah. And much love to you. Namaste. All right. Let's get back as we've got a couple other questions here. Going back to the starred questions. And Laura Eden 368. Are you still here? Let me know. Just say, yes, I'm here. And I'll give you a lovely little mini reading. Okay. Sending big love to everybody out there. Oh, and she's here. Great. Okay, Laura's question is, I'm quite constrained by health issues, and I feel like I'm not able to do all that I intended when I decided to come here. I'm frustrated. I like my guide's perspective on this, please. All right. I'll give you guide's perspective. Beautiful. Okay. Tuning in, Laura. It's 368. Okay. I'm going to get back in the live and just make sure I'm aware of the comments that are coming over. All right. So get the energy for Laura. Okay. So this is almost like a storybook illustration. Have you ever seen an illustration of a giant cloud that has a kind of face, and it's blowing, and then you see this illustration of wind coming out, and it's you standing there. You're standing there. Your hair's blowing back. Your clothes are blowing back, and your chest is forward like you're leaning into the wind. I'm going to be interested and see what they have to say about that. Leaning into the wind. Yeah. I don't know how else to explain this to you. It's like an illustration that you would have seen in a book of the wind, and yet the wind has a face and a character. Okay. You're leaning into the wind. What is this, guys? Okay. You are bold. You are beautiful. You are strong. No matter the circumstances, understand this: what you are going through is making you even stronger. And yes, we assure you, watch for signs, look for the synchronicities of messages that we are giving you concerning your health, concerning your life. You are like a freight train. I'm telling you what's coming through. You are like a freight train. You are coming through. You are pushing forward. Slow down just a bit, dear. We are here with you. You are not being cheated and you are not being held back. You are being deeply loved and appreciated for everything that you are. You are a very powerful soul. You are a very powerful soul. Day by day, watch for the signs. Day by day, feel us holding you, uplifting you, showing you the way, guiding you through this difficult path, through what seems to be very steep mountains. And they're showing me mountain cliffs, very steep mountains, where the vista is not always clear, but we assure you that it is there. Hold fast, beautiful soul who stands against the wind. We love you, and we have always loved you, and we are always with you. So it is. Wow. There were some interesting visuals in that one, Laura. Wow. What did you think of that? Leaning into the wind. Leaning into the wind. Okay. And she says, I can relate. We choose weird, hard stuff. Right. Well, Laura, girl, you are talking to the right person. You're talking to the right person. I have physical challenges too. And yes, we chose them. But how do I say this? It's tough. It's hard. It's not easy. And also, it brings a lot of questions into your mind. It also brings this thing like, oh man, is this, am I going around the corner and this is going to pop up? And it requires a great deal of faith. And I know you have that faith. Just as I saw that visual of you leaning into the wind, you're very strong. You're very strong. And guides will show you the way. They will give you the right doctor. They will show you the right information. You have help. You're not alone in this. And healing is certainly possible. It's right around the corner for both of us, girl. So you hang in there. You freight train you. Was another visual that I I adored. Oh, that's so beautiful. All right. There you go. Visualize it. I do too. I visualize it. I see myself. And I am, I'm able to lift weights now, and I'm having moments of just incredible health where I'm so grateful. And I just pray for both of us, and I'll keep you in my prayers, dear. I'm so glad that touched you and that you resonated with that. That's great. Okay. That's wonderful. That's really beautiful. Oh. I love these comments that are coming through. I just love it. Okay. You needed the encouragement. Well, I'm really happy to be the messenger for you on that. The vessel. I'm not the messenger. I'm just the vessel. And they came through, for you, Laura. So you hang in there, girl, and pop back in. I'll be back on Wednesday. Come and join us all. We'll support you. We'll pray for you. I'll have you in my 4 a.m. prayers, dear. So thank you, Laura Edens, 368. Okay. Ooh, the questions are piling up. I've got to get over to those questions. Okay. All right. Okay. So we're going to go to dehydrated water sail. Ah, dehydrated water sail. I'm in the live. Are you still here? I hope so. This looks very interesting. Okay. Dehydrated water sail. Yes, she's here. Or he. I don't know. I tell you, I love that tag though. That's amazing. Makes me smile every time I see it. Atlantis has been coming up for me a lot lately. I want to ask the guides if the energies and memories from Atlantis are arising into our consciousness. And if so, what is Atlantis bringing us? I love this question. I actually just got chills reading it. Okay. All right. Dehydrated water sail. Tuning into your energy. Okay. They're giving me beautiful pink love, surrounding you with love. They're also showing me the green, this beautiful green, which is a sign of spiritual growth. So they're acknowledging that. They're acknowledging that your soul has had spiritual growth, and they're surrounding you with deep love. I'm seeing an image of binoculars. Okay. Binoculars. Looking to see far, far ahead. Okay. Let me know if that resonates with you. Sometimes, I can interpret a sign, and sometimes I just let it sit for a minute and see what the guys want to say. Okay, so now they're showing me just beautiful streams. No, it's a river. It's a beautiful river, and it's flowing down, curving right and left. This journey is a fluid one. And yes, many, many, many lifetimes have come before this for you. What's bubbling up? What's coming up inside of you are those things, the essence of what your soul has gathered to carry you forward at this time through your past lifetimes. At this time, and as you look forward, binoculars, as you look out into the future and question what is here to serve you, to survive, and to help others. All that you have been and all that you will be is a glorious, glorious light, a light for others to see, a light to show others the way. We appreciate your sensitivities in hearing us and feeling us with you. And we rejoice with you in this wonderful lifetime. Okay. I think that's it. Whew. All right. Let me see. We are going. What do you have to say about that? Dehydrated water sail? Wow. Okay. What do we got? She's being quiet right now. Pure Love Essence says, so thanks, that dehydrated water sail. Asking this question, you asking this question helps ring through the same remembrance. Atlantis. Aha. Let's see. And dehydrated water sail says, wow, have to think about that message and let it settle to my spirit. Beautiful message. Thank you. I think a lot of people are having that experience as well. And I have had, it's interesting. And I don't know how to describe it, but little hints will come to you in your lifetime. Someone mentioned before I even knew what Lemuria was. Someone mentioned it, and it it got me. I was like, Lemuria, And I just had this, like I said, you get a nudge, and I had this nudge. I need to learn about this. What was this? What is this? Was before I knew anything about it. And then as I began to learn about it, I was like, fascinating, very much like Atlantis, right? And then many years later, well, a couple, three, I would think, three or four, I had a past life reading from a very beautiful gentleman who said, yeah, you had a lifetime on Lemuria. And your mother, in this lifetime, was your father then, and you were the son. And proceeded to tell me about the relationship and what happened. And I was like, wow, that's crazy. And then later on, when I was thinking of it, I was like, well, okay, I was kind of led down this path to help me discover this. What does it do for me? I don't know. Very much like what your guide said. It gives you insight and inspiration into how your lives have contributed to the life that you're having right now. If you're having memories of Atlantis, there's probably a very good message from your guides said so. And also, you're feeling it. That's part of the Claire situation that we talked about with all the Claire knowing, right? So there you go. Think about that and work into that, and come back and let me know. I would like to hear what's going on in your journey with that. But there you go. You definitely had a lifetime, and they're here to help you glean the gems from that lifetime and bring it into this time and go forward with that time. And who knows how many other lifetimes we have ahead of us. All right. Kind of exciting, huh? Okay. Here we go. We're going back to the star questions. I'll see how many I can read here. Let's see. Spin Coast and Daniel Shaman. Spin Coast. Okay. Live. Did we read first Spin Coast before? No. I did see it. Are you in the live chat? Are you in the live chat? Yes, yes, yes. Okay. Yay. Sorry, these are quick readings, but they're readings nonetheless. Starting with Spin Coast energy. Spin Coast energy. Okay. Oh, just tuning into your energy is a beautiful thing. You are truly a sensitive, loving soul. Also, I'm getting like the kind of sparklers. You've got a very energetic personality. At this point in time, you've just got a lot of energy centered around questions, and I'm getting the feeling like you're very excited about what's happening right now in your life. And you're sharing that with others, and you're encouraging others. I'm just really feeling that. I'm seeing a visual, a visual of you having, wow, it's a really old-fashioned, like umbrella. I think they call them parasol, right? Very decorated, very pretty, little balls hanging off of it, art on it. It's really beautiful. And you're bringing people in out of the sun. Your arms are reaching out and just drawing people in out of the sun. You're shading them with this beautiful parasol. It's really cute. Maybe you might have more information on that. I would say that you're sharing a certain protection, a comfort for people. And as I said, I'm getting the visual and the feeling that you're a very, very loving soul. Validate that for me or not in the live chat, will you, dear? Okay, if that resonates with you. Okay. Let's just see what your guides have to say. We are very proud of you. You walk the walk and you talk the talk. I have to say what they tell me. Your heart, your soul, your spirit is so beautiful, so delightful. And we are so happy to be letting you know today the powerful soul that you are, your abilities to understand others, to draw them in, to bless them with your joy and your energy. It's such a gift, and we celebrate with you. We celebrate you. And we want you to know that we have loved you and will always love you forever and ever. I'm getting the feeling like maybe you felt or heard them as a child, because I'm getting this kind of visual of a child on a bed, just like daydreaming or feeling these feelings of love and acceptance and joy. You are a very joyful soul. We encourage you to continue to be your true self, to continue to reach out for others, and we will be here step by step with you, celebrating you too. Okay. All right. Okay. Oh, okay. All right. Well, that makes sense then. She's very protective. So you like to protect people. And can I ask, okay. Oh, okay. And she says, yes, I used to feel them when I was younger before I had a near-death experience. Wow. Powerful stuff, girl. Well, I'm telling you, they came through very strong. And that whole thing about, celebrating who you are, and that you have a true gift, and they're celebrating that with you, and they're encouraging you to continue to use it. Draw people under that parasol. That's interesting, and I love the visual of it. But that's beautiful. That shows that you love and truly care. You have that empathy that we spoke of earlier in the show. And I'm not sure if you were here for all the Claire Spincoast, but go back and watch it again, because that is something definitely, that's a gift that you have. So thank you so much. It was an honor to read for you. And here's another comment. Thank you so much. I try to be a calm, positive presence with everyone I meet. What a gift. Especially these days. This is exactly what's needed. Beautiful. Spinkos, thank you. Honored to read for you. All right. Well, kids, I'm running out of time. I have got a few more questions that I didn't get to. So I'm going to apologize to Daniel and Pure Love Essence. I just really need to close the show now. And so what I want to tell you, though, is that I'm going to be doing another show shortly, soon, on Wednesday. I would like to have your comments, please. Did you enjoy the presentation of the Claires? And Resonance 717, me too, running out of time. Oh my goodness, okay. Yeah, Bora Bora will be back soon. Okay, hey, stick with me, everybody. Let's show this banner right here, and I'll skip all the other stuff right now. But I'll show you this Wednesday. I'll be on live solo reading 5 Eastern, 4 Central, 3 Mountain, 2 Pacific. If you are a subscriber of my channel and you have clicked the little bell, the notifications will pop up, and you will see that this show is in fact happening on Wednesday. So please come and join me. That is going to be another great show with a full hour of readings. Okay, so please come and join me then. And once again, I'm going to put it up again this Wednesday, 5 Eastern, 4 Central, 3 Mountain, 2 Pacific. All right. And you can book a full private reading with me at purevisionarypsychic.com. I do 1 hour, and now I have added 30 minutes readings available as well. So if you would like a reading either for an hour or for 30 minutes, go to purevisionarypsychic.com and check it out. And I would be delighted to spend more focused and concentrated time with you. And you could bring a list of your questions and we can go through them. And the reading will include speaking with loved ones, a tarot reading, a pendulum reading, whatever the question requires. Also the tarot cards. We can work together and get the answers for you. Okay. And also, let me go down here to, oh, I guess I already got that. Okay, so there you have it. And, oh, this is what I was looking for. If you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button. Comments after the show are welcome. Thank you. Please, comments after the show do help the algorithms. I do answer all of the comments. I don't have that many followers, so, I can really take the time to answer whatever you have to say. I don't answer psychic medium questions in the comments, but if you want to say something or make a comment on the show, it's greatly appreciated. I really appreciate you letting me know too if you really enjoyed the message and the learning that you're getting on this show. It kind of helps me to know, wow, are there more shows needed? Was this show something that really blessed you? And I really hope that you will get these messages from. Now, I just want to say to Pure Love Essence, you ask, how can I see an understanding by my guides? If you go back, if you have not seen the other shows, let me get rid of this banner. If you have not seen the other shows previous, they're called the guides. If you go to Pure Visionary Psychic Medium on YouTube, you'll see a playlist that says the guides. And there are other shows that you can go back and watch that tell ways of connecting and hearing your guides. And I don't know if you were with us through the whole show today, but learning about the clairs is certainly something that can help you understand when your guides are trying to reach you and how they may give you things that would guide you. And you don't have to be an expert. As we said, we're all in this together. We're all in this together. And we're given everything that we need in this lifetime to help us. Know that for certain. That, in fact, is a truth. And I want you, please, all to understand that. Okay. So come back on Wednesday. I'll do another reading or do more readings for you then. I wish I could have read them all. I'm sorry. But, hey, I'll be around at least this Wednesday. I am preparing to go on a huge mountain expedition, a time of solace and reflection, time with my family, time to read, learn more, always learn. You never stop learning. Don't ever stop learning. And it's an exciting way to be. Even in these times, we can learn so very much. All right, well, I'm going to close the show. Blessings to you all. Thank you for watching the show today and for being part of this circle, the sacred circle today, part of those who want to learn and grow. I'm going to end the show the way I always do because the guys told me specifically in a channeled writing, and we'll talk more about that perhaps in the next guide presentation. In a channeled writing, say this each and every show, and with this message: you are loved beyond measure. Love yourself. Treat yourself kindly. Know how special and beautiful you are because you're loved beyond measure. And I will see you on Wednesday. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.